What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Prize Picks video. This one we're talking about the MLB playoffs for Wednesday, October 2nd. In the video, we're going to have 4 picks for you guys to consider, so stay tuned to hear all 4 of the picks. Also, for the MLB season and the NFL season, we're partnered with Prop Projections. They put out projection spreadsheets for the MLB. Looking at the one here from yesterday, they posted 87 projections across the 4 games. They're posting their projection spreadsheet tomorrow for free. It should be up once the majority of the lines are out for these games. You can follow them for free over here. Click unlock on the post to get it for free. The projections definitely were pretty spot on for Tuesday. And for this one, we're going to get in on some of these lines early here. But if these lines have changed, just know I do post them in the private Dynamo Discord, along with a bunch of other cappers over here. And we post in all sports. You can see I just posted some of my wins that I gave out in the private Discord here for the NFL on Underdog and college football. Big week over there. Scrolling down, Volo here had a 5 for 5 day on Tuesday across the MLB and the NBA. He had some really good reads. Let's go look at his channel over here, what he gave out. So these were the 5 picks that he ran. We can give him a green check on these picks here. 5 for 5 day. So if you want to check that out, it's less than $1 per day. So you guys can check out the private Dynamo Discord if you want more picks from me, plus a bunch of other cappers. You saw some wins over there. We do all sports. We have guys just posting their top picks. You can see most people post like 5, 6 picks per day, but also definitely check out the prop projection spreadsheet. They're given out for free, so you might as well. Those will both be linked down below. Now let's get into the picks for this video. So like I said, we're going to get an early look at some of these picks, so some of these might be bumped, but I do post them in the private Discord before the video comes out. But for the first one, we're going to go to Shawn Manaea under on his strikeouts here at 5.5. Not a line that I'm liking for him in this matchup and in this game. I think it's going to be a high one for him to hit. Looking at some data on this one, we can come over to Outlier. You could see 56% hit rate on the season. Actually, for this one, his last game, he only threw 1 strikeout. That was also against the same team here in Milwaukee. You can also come up here and you can look at just away games. So on the road, doesn't pitch as good as he has this season so far. So 7 of 16 games on the road, he's gone over this. So looking good for the under on that one. We can also look back at 2023 here, and you can see only 3 of 10 games last season he went over on the strikeout mark, and on the road in 4 games last year he went under it. And a lot of the playoff games, you do see the starter on a shorter leash here. If things start to go wrong, they will dip into their rotation a little earlier. So I do like taking some unders on pitchers as well due to those reasons. So that's going to be the first pick here. And another tool I like to use is Outlier. So they will compare sites like Prizepicks and Underdog to other sites and what their lines are. So looking at Manaea here, they like the under. It's minus 130 to go under on FanDuel. Also minus 130 on Pinnacle. I think they have the sharpest odds over on Pinnacle. So both these sites are liking it. I like to go picks with these sports books here. You're just going to have a higher success rate. And when you're on sites like Prizepicks where the picks are 50-50 no matter if you're taking with the sports book or against, I like going here with the sports book. So if you want to check them out, look down in the description for the OddsJam free trial with the code Dynamo. You can check it out for 7 days. Definitely great for all sports, not just MLB. And the second pick we're going to is actually right up here. Gunnar Henderson over on his hits run plus RBI at 1.5. Minus 130 on DraftKings, and you can even come over and see Hot Streak has it at minus 150, so they are liking this one. Gunnar Henderson on the over of hits run RBIs. I'm also liking this one. You can look at data on it to further validate some of these picks. So looking at Henderson, we could see for him on the season, 56% hit rate on this one. But he's facing a right-hander, and it actually is better against right-handers here, 59% hit rate. You can also look at home games. So he hits better at home as well, 61% hit rate on this one. If you do the combination of at home versus righties, it jumps up to a 67% hit rate. So really likes hitting in his home ballpark against righties. We can even look in his last 10 games, 8 of 10 have hit with these stipulations of home games against righties as well. So I'm liking this one for Henderson. Again, we saw sportsbooks like it. I think a line here that could get bumped along with some of these other ones, but like I said, they are posted in the Discord ahead of time if you want to get in on them. So we'll go ahead and lock that one in. Then go to the next pick here. We're going to go to another pitcher here. We're going to go to Hunter Brown coming up against the red-hot Detroit Tigers. I think Detroit's going to have a nice game in this one. Keep that hot streak going against Hunter Brown here. So over on the 1.5 earned runs is one I'm going to be taking here. This is one we see over on OddsJam. Again, sportsbooks liking it. -130 DraftKings, -135 from MGM and Caesars, -131 on Pinnacle. So a lot of sites liking this one on the over as well. I am liking it too here. So going to be taking the over for Hunter Brown on the earned runs. We can see him on the season. Half the games here, he's allowed more earned runs than that. As of late, has been fairly good in the last 10, but the last 3, you can see 5, 2, and 1. We can also look at home games. So actually allows more runs at home this season in 9 of 15 games. He's gone over this, so actually better pitcher on the road this year. Then we can look at last year. A lot of games giving up more than 1.5 earned runs. 76% of the time last year, he gave up more than that in his 29 starts. We can also look at head-to-head here. So 2 of the last 3 meetings against Detroit, he's given up 2 or more earned runs here. The only meeting this year, he didn't allow an earned run for them, but Detroit, just getting hot. They definitely weren't hot back in June. We can also see some hitters against Hunter Brown. So the guys with the green averages hitting better against him than their regular average. So guys with higher at-bats like Torkelson with 9 is hitting better. Carpenter, actually one of the guys not hitting as good against him. Green and 11 at-bats hitting really good. And then same here, the 9 at-bats hitting .333. So some of these Detroit players that have faced him are hitting pretty good off him with, a decent sample size of 9 or more at-bats, which, is like 2 or 3 games worth of at-bats here. For these guys, they like hitting against him. So I'm liking this one to go over as well. For the next one, sticking to this game, I do like this one to be one of the higher scoring games of tomorrow. So going to Altuve here on his hits, run, RBIs. Altuve hasn't been as hot as he was last year, but still, has been hitting this line pretty much all year pretty consistently. So I'm liking going to him. This is another one that we're going to find over on OddsJam in a second. But we can look at Altuve here. 56% of the time this season, he's hit over this. Versus lefties this year, 67% of the time he hit this. 2/3 of the games. And then we can also look at his home games. It's the same as away actually, but against lefties, way better here. 67% hit rate on it. So liking to go to Altuve here. This one has already come off the board, came back on the board. So this is one that could get bumped off. And we see this is one of OddsJam's favorite picks. -130 on DraftKings and MGM, -149 on Hot Streak. So one of the picks they like the best. They give it the highest percent chance to hit here for Altuve. And if you guys want projections for all these games for free, definitely check out Prop Projections on their Patreon. You just got to follow them for free over there. Yesterday they gave out 87 projections for those 4 games. So you just got to go over there, follow them for free. They'll be posting that sometime on Wednesday when more lines come out. And also, if you guys are interested in more picks from me plus a bunch of other cappers, definitely check out the private Dynamo Discord here. You can see some big wins for me posted over here, some other cappers posting. I just posted my Underdog hits from the weekend that I posted in there, and Volo just posted. He went 5 for 5 across MLB and WNBA. So we post in all sports, only giving our favorite picks over here from each capper in Dynamo. Less than $1 per day, or if you just followed some of Volo's picks yesterday, would pay for the entire month. So definitely check it out over there, and check out Prop Projections for that free projection spreadsheet, and subscribe to the channel.